9, 8, 7. We have a go for main engine start. 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff.
What is up? What is up? What is up, SFL Nation? And welcome back to SFL Nights with AJ Schreiker. Thank you so much for joining me today, tonight, or whenever you decided to hit that play button or turn on that radio dial. I really appreciate it, y'all. And thank you to all of my fans that are now joining me on F4A Radio. So grateful to have that opportunity to have this show finally broadcasted on the radio. So we're going to be talking about that a little bit on later tonight. I do have my show in two segments. One will feature my interviewees for this evening, Mr. Joshua Williams, Mr. Ethan Flowers. I have Mr. Damon Siemien also scheduled to be here as well, so hopefully he'll be joining us soon. And then I have Mr. Christian. He's going to kill me if I get this wrong. Christian Bacigaluppi. I feel like that was wrong. But before we talk to him, let's go ahead and get to the comments. Hey, Swole, thank you for being here in the comment section. I really appreciate you. What's going on? Ethan, I'm so glad to have you both on tonight. And let's go ahead and bring you up. Why don't we? Ethan Flowers, quarterback for Philadelphia. Oh, damn. Cougars. I was getting ready to say the wrong team, bro.
It's not a Mauler no more.
I know. We're going to talk about that in a second. We're going to talk about it. And then I have my good friend, the man that is solely responsible for me being in the league, period. So, hey, y'all got a problem with that, y'all can blame him. Joshua Williams.
How's it going?
Hey, what's going on? He is co-owner as well as head coach, right?
Mhm.
And as well as defensive end still.
No, I switched. I'm
To
on the
what?
offensive side this season.
Oh, really?
Yeah. hmm
You finally a protector, huh?
Yeah, I sure am. I
Okay,
said I
then,
was
you know.
I was getting tired of doing all the punishment, so I said I might as well go ahead and protect a little bit.
Yeah, you must have been dealing punishment for somebody else because it was not never me. I
All
can
right,
never.
let's not start now. We started off right on the show.
I love it. Good to have y'all on, man. Good to have you back as usual, man. So it was a very interesting season, especially in comparison to both of your teams. Ethan, you were a part of the Detroit Maulers for season 26. And of course, you know, Jay Will, man, I was missing you. It seemed like it was a different Albuquerque Adams team out there last season. And I mean that as affectionately as possible. You know, I just want to start off with kind of like reflections from last season. I'm going to start with you first, Josh, because Ethan is kind of like a whole different thing. Um, but what do you think happened with Albuquerque last season?
I just think it was a combination of figuring out our team identity, and there's just a few games that just didn't go our way. I mean, there was no game that we really just got blown out in.
Yeah.
We took down Vancouver. We took down some pretty heavy hitters, and it ultimately came down to the game against Washington, which we ended up losing. And it wasn't by much, but they ended up getting that spot into the playoffs, where we had made the last push to get into the playoffs, riding like a 4 or 5 game win streak. But yeah, just a few cards didn't fall our way. We started picking up at the end, and it was just a little bit too late.
So, one more question for you before I move to Ethan. Starting and leading a franchise comes with enormous responsibility, as we all know. What vision did you have for Albuquerque from day one, and how close is that team to becoming exactly who you envisioned them to be?
Well, first off, we wanted to be as a collective to be a competitive team in the league, period. And that's going to the SFL. But we already achieved one of those goals, and that was to be a playoff contender or a competitor enough to get to the playoffs, in which we've already proven that we have done that before. Matter of fact, twice. First, 2 times into the league. Third year into the league wasn't so good, but then again, our season or road hasn't been easy. Just like last season hasn't been easy, but we roll with the punches and we try to improve on things that we need to, so we can further advance to our ultimate goal, which is winning a championship, which we're known for, just in the bigger leagues.
Gotcha. That's very true. He's still a champion, you know. So, Ethan, changing organizations is never just about changing the jersey itself. So, what has been the biggest adjustment in transitioning from Detroit to Philadelphia? Especially for those that don't know, Detroit was in the championship. So, you typically don't, it just looks a little odd for a championship quarterback, right, to jump ship somewhere else to
Right.
start a whole new team up.
Yeah.
So, what happened there, man?
Yeah. Like the whole story.
Yeah, if you want to share it,
I mean, I guess I give you little pieces.
whatever you're
So
comfortable with.
like front office Detroit kind of had like this thing where um, they like check in with you mid season or whatever, saying like if you're gonna stay, whatever. And
honestly, my season, obviously Detroit, well, technically Indy, they drafted me as a rookie and stayed with me and worked with me. Can y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know. My thing just beeped for some reason. Anyway, they, I was on the dev team with them. Like when I came to Indy or Detroit, I was butt cheeks. I was a straight, I played, I think, one season in the minors, and then I got drafted and put in a starting role in the pros. And that is degrading when a pro defense gets after you. I mean, it's bad. Minors ain't nothing. And anyway, so we stuck it out through this whole time, and everybody in the locker room was great, and we thought everything was all cordial and fun. And then, I had stated my concerns with our passing ability for all of these seasons. Like, I'm not one to just pad my stats, and I don't want to be the greatest I've ever played in the SFL, but we had a lot of inconsistency in passing. So as interceptions, and I was always at the bottom of the line as far as stats and consistency and all that kind of stuff. And I think it raised a lot of doubt in me in the league and things like that. And it takes a toll on you over time. So after 3 or 4 seasons, you're like, okay, is this really where I'm meant to be? Or should I move on? And, I thought that I owed it to Detroit, to JW and Cherry and all them, that, I needed to stay for a certain amount of time because they took a chance on me as a rookie. We worked through all this together, blah, blah, blah. And so I didn't really have any plans on leaving. I did state that, if there wasn't somewhat of an improvement within the next 2 seasons from last season, that I would probably be moving on. And I think they were kind of worried about me jumping ship, which I never would have. I will never do that to a team, period. That will never happen. I got more respect for everybody in the league to not just bam right out, And but I think they kind of got nervous, so they started looking around and kind of shopping and testing the waters. And then, of course, that's when JW hit me with basically, I'm getting cut or whatever, and or they were going to put me into your free agency and all that kind of stuff. So, at first I was hurt and a little upset. I'm not going to lie, I was a little upset for a while actually, and because Detroit was all I knew.
Yeah.
Other than the minors, So, but and then there wasn't really a whole lot of, I guess, quarterback options for going to another team. And then, of course, so I had heard about Florida and that they might be needing a quarterback. So I reached out to Mighty. Well, Mighty never got back to me, and I was like, oh, okay, well,
right,
maybe Florida wasn't for me. And then, of course, Chris Britton and Jason Peace reached out, and they're like, yo, we're going to be a team, blah, blah, blah. We'd love to have you. And I was like, fantastic. So I'm excited. It's different. New teammates are completely new teammates. I played with the same guys for seasons now. So new teammates, trying to figure everybody out, new coaching, new everything. Everything is new. So it's kind of I'm not doubting. I honestly think that we're gonna kind of shock the league this year. And I think we're gonna be pretty good. Obviously, it's not gonna be proven or shown truly who we are until we start playing. But we have a really good roster. So, and I would not be surprised if we make a really good season out of the first season.
Teams have done it before. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
It is about the energy you bring. It's about the dedication of the coach, the dedication and knowledge of the coach, I should say.
Yeah.
And they were doing pretty well in the SFLM. And Jason Peace has been one of my good friends for a long time. And to see him have this opportunity first in the SFLM was great. Just like you, Josh. When I saw you and you finally got your team in, I was like, hey, man, if anybody deserves it, definitely was one of them. And then when I saw him get it, I was like, okay, this is going to work. This is going to be a good ownership crew. It's going to be a really good, addition, right? And then I feel like sometimes things happen for reasons, though. And while it was unexpected, you may absolutely be right. This could be the time Philly make it to the playoffs. You know what I mean? You might even make it to the championship against the Scorpions. You know what I mean? So, you never know how.
All right. Okay. Okay.
How that's going to go. But one more question for you before I switch back over to Jay. What is one aspect of your game that you want to improve this season? I think you kind of spoke a little bit about the turnover ratio. Do you feel that that will be solved? Like, have you been seeing sims? Have they been running sims and posting it in the locker room, and you've been seeing improvements since you've been there so far?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe Jason's a wizard and CB, they're both wizards. I don't know, but like they've been telling me, and they've been sending me a few of the sims and all this kind of stuff, and like the stats at the end and everything. And we have seriously improved on efficiency. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Okay.
I mean, but you'll have that. I mean, I had that at Detroit too. I mean, we would run, 8 sims in a row where I might have thrown 1 interception out of those 8 games. And then we play Miami and I throw 6 interceptions. So, yeah, the sim's going to sim. Sim's going to do whatever it's going to do.
Okay. True that. Speaking of sims, so Jay, every coach has a moment where they must decide whether to stay patient or make bold moves with their books and with their decisions. So how do you process when it's time to trust the process versus shaking things up?
I mean, that's a good question. I think what we've learned from ourselves last season was just being consistent. Not really, I guess, switching things up per se, but what is going to be consistent that you're going to see in the sim that you're going to see in the actual sim itself. So consistency. Now, also, as Ethan talked about, it's any given sim day. Things happen. You get a punt return, and then now everything goes bonkers. So it's just really, I guess, honing in on the consistent things that you can kind of control, that will work, and then every now and then throwing a little mix of, hey, unexpected things in there to see what happens.
It's really tricky though, because it's like if you have 5 games where, let's just say, for instance, you're running the same book and everything's working, do you change up, or because is it based on the team? Is it based on you just want to throw a wrinkle in there so people that are scouting are thrown off?
I mean, it could be a multitude of things. I mean, you can do it could be like a mind game thing. You're doing 5 sims or 5 books of the same thing in the same row, and the team's like, well, they got to change it up, right? Well, maybe not. You keep the same one, and it rolls them over because the other team changed too much, or it opposite effect. You're thinking, okay, well, hey, we did this too many times. Now they're going to adjust. Let's change the book, and then now the book doesn't look the same or doesn't look anything what you thought would have looked like versus the team, and then they switch things up too. So, I mean, it's a double-edged sword. Like I said, it's all about being comfortable in your playbook and what you want, what you're trying to get out of your offense or your defense, and just rolling with confidence of that's the best thing that I have for that week and playing with it.
Okay. So how do you describe the culture in the Adams locker room, and what behaviors do you refuse to compromise on? Uh-oh. Well, while he's taking a little short commercial break, Ethan, when opposing defenses prepare for Ethan Flowers, what do you hope they find will be their biggest challenge?
I hope they find our receiving core to be the biggest challenge. We have definitely stepped up. I mean, not to degrade Detroit or anything, but I mean, we got a pretty solid receiving core. So I'm hoping, that's their main focus. I always had a really, really good O-line at Detroit, so I never really had. I mean, I was always one of the least sacked quarterbacks in the league. I don't think we have quite that strength anymore at Philly and with the Cougars. So kind of curious to see how that goes. But I think that my receiving core has definitely improved. So like we have a lot of speed, like a lot of speed. So I think that's going to be the number one thing. Like I feel like Philly is going to be more of the pass first, run last type of thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, we have a great running back too. But I feel like with just me and then the receiving core that we have, I feel like we're going to be a pass first team, and I'm kind of excited about that because I mean everybody's known Detroit ever since Indy days. Like I mean, it's run first, then pass.
Right.
So I mean we're completely turning over the page and going to a different scheme and a whole new and I mean Jason's middle name is not crazy for a reason. I mean it's you never know what he's going to throw out there.
Hey, looking forward to seeing what happens, man. Looking forward to seeing what y'all cook up out there. When I noticed the roster and then, when I saw they were making moves to lock in Carlos Carter, and I'm like, oh, okay. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. So y'all really trying to make some noise. And Jason told me like, hey, some people might be upset with who we going to be getting.
Right.
And they were, but at the same time, you got to be able to utilize those pieces correctly. So we'll see how well you guys be able to do that.
Yeah, I don't think we have a lot of like depth like other teams, but like our starting 11 on both sides are they're looking good, looking real good. So I'm excited to get to work with them. Excited to see some games played and all that kind of stuff.
Yes,
so.
Yes, it has been a long off season, honey. I'll tell you that.
It has. And I played the last game.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Especially if you was like us and you didn't make playoffs. Long season. Anyway, long off season. But Jay, back to the question I asked you, dear. So how do you describe the culture inside the Adams locker room and what behaviors do you refuse to compromise on?
Yeah, sorry about that. That's some connection issues. But things that we carried over from the SFL is looking for people who are lifers and team first people. And I think that's carried pretty well on into the SFL. If you're not a team first guy or girl, we don't want you. To be honest, we want people that are team players and don't mind helping out the team as a whole, because it's a team sport, not a individual eye sport. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for team players, and that's what we have right now.
Good deal. Yeah, usually people don't leave Albuquerque unless they're gonna retire.
We have lifers.
That's important. Ethan, Philly clearly believes you're capable of leading their offense. So what conversations with their coaching staff convinced you that this was the right place for the next chapter of your career?
Chris Britton and Jason Peace. That's all they had to do was say the name, and I was like, yeah, let's go. I mean, I know, I never really like knew Peace, but obviously Philly was in the minors when I was in the minors. And I mean, Jason's been with Houston, and they've had a really, really great team, great defense, all this kind of stuff. Because everybody says that Peace his expertise is defense, which he's cooking up some good offense too. So, but yeah, I mean, just those two guys there talking, and of course rolling over on the old Florida roster, and the possibility of keeping some of the Florida roster, and that's you're talking about veteran players. So it just seemed like the better option for me for the options that I had. It seemed better for me.
Absolutely.
More of what I was looking for.
I get that because I remember I think Carolina was in need of a quarterback too.
Yeah.
But I mean, everybody makes their decisions, and you make it right. You make the choice that is best for you.
Yeah.
I have a SFLM question for both of you, but before I ask, Jay, if another owner wanted to build a successful franchise just like Albuquerque from the ground up, what is one lesson that you've learned the hard way that you pass along to them?
Finding reliable coaches. So finding reliable coaches and finding, I guess, like a mentor, even from the SFL, kind of learning on the way how things work before just jumping in head first and learning as you hit the ground. So finding good coaches and good pieces around you that will learn with you or be able to take constructive criticism and involving as the seasons go on.
Gotcha. Little ones. All right. I have a question for SFLM before I move on to the schedule. Joshua, you are a coach. You were. You were a coach in the SFLM, and then you were a coach in the majors. Ethan, you were a player in both. Which one? It was your more funnest experience? Is one experience slightly better than the other, a little bit more fun than the other, maybe a little less pressure filled than the other?
Are you asking me first?
Yeah, I'll let you go first.
I enjoyed the SFLM a lot. I wouldn't say a lot more, but I did enjoy it because it was always a mixed different players every season. You didn't know what you were going to get. It wasn't constant. So being able to enjoy different people's companies, getting to know different people, also I don't know, I just had the opportunity to connect with different people in ways I didn't think I was going to connect with. And then also learning to adjust to different players' play styles. In the SFL, you don't really get that as much because you're having the same consistent players over and over and over again. Right. But I got that experience in the SFLM, which I feel like that helps in the long run because I feel like you can adapt to anything. But yeah, I would say the SFLM just because it's just more, I don't know, free-flowing. It's not too, I guess, strict.
Stressful. Right.
Yeah, and then you go to the SFL, it's like, oh, you got to win. And if you don't win, then people are like, oh, I don't want to be here. You have to win, and it's that can bring on the stress on you because now you got 26 players plus waiting for you to, hey, we need to win or I'm gone.
Yep.
Like, that's it.
They paying their money. They want to see, yeah.
Right. It's win or I'm leaving, basically. So that's why I don't know. That's just me. I just tend to like the SFLM a little bit more just because, people are enjoying it. They're learning. And they like to pick your brain about, hey, what's going on? What can I do to improve my player? How can I go to the next level? What teams are, for my player build, stuff like that.
Yeah. I can dig that. I kind of figured, but I just wanted to ask. Ethan, is that your same sentiment?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I was going to say, everybody, like, in the pros, everything is taken very, very seriously. And in the minors, like, the fun part about the minors is no one gives a crap what happens, really. Like, everybody wants to win, but if you don't, whatever. As long as you have fun,
Right. Hey, and honestly, at the end of the day, that's what it should be. But the emotional content that we pay for,
Well, you and we all of us here know that there are some people in the league that take this is life or death to them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dex. Anyway.
Hey, tell you, man. Tell you.
Chicago.
Hmm? Hmm? Okay.
Come on, keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
You got a one hell of a cough there.
Yep.
Anything else?
No,
Want to get
I'm
anything else
just
out?
all hung up. No, just
Okay, it's just
I'm
okay. You
good.
cleared it out.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Got
talk
my
about
coach here.
schedule, gentlemen. Albuquerque. Now, looking at your schedule, you lucky you got week 1 off, so nobody's not gonna know what you're doing, Josh. So, looking at your schedule, Lexington, Los Angeles, Washington, Fort Worth, Houston, Anchorage, Philly, Oklahoma City, Arizona, Pittsburgh, Vancouver, and DC. Is there a game? I would like to for this is like a 2-part question. Which game are you looking forward to the most? And which game do you know you're going to have to spend a lot more time focusing on?
Well, I'll answer the last question first. I
Sure.
think any playoff team, we're going to have to spend a little extra time for. I mean, that's just point blank. But what I'm looking forward to is getting back to Washington. That game really. It sounds crazy because out of all the games I'm looking at right now, reason why I'm looking up because I have the schedule pulled up in front of me. That is a team that basically kept us out of playoffs last year. So Washington for sure, and also any other playoff game, any other playoff teams on the schedule that we played before. Always love playing Vancouver. Always love playing Houston. Those are always for some reason going down to the wire fourth quarter 3-point games, stuff like that. And then we finally get to go to Arizona, which technically is always mess with Eddie and say that's our hometown, that's our home stadium. We won the most championships in that stadium, so it is what it is. But we finally get to go to Arizona and play, and then obviously I finally get to play against Jason Peace and the Philadelphia Cougars in the SFL because we have a long rivalry back in the SFLM.
Uh-oh.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I enjoy the competition, and Jason knows that we're a defensive minded guys, and he was on the Atom, so it's all love at the end of the day. But that's bragging rights right there.
He was on the Adams.
Yep, we won a championship together.
Man, that's crazy. See, look at you over here cultivating greatness and stuff like that. Look at you.
He's going to be one of the greatest. As long as he keeps on his path, I think he'll be up there for sure.
I mean, but for somebody to be under your tutelage, and want to expand their player experience and become a coach and to become more, after playing with you, that means you were doing something right too, to be able to inspire people to do that, because coaching is not easy.
You're right. Hey, but it only goes as far as the other person allows it to, and also reaching out. But I know that he's always wanted to be a coach in the SFL for a long time. We've had talks on the side as well, but it just had to have the right situation to happen, and then I'm just glad it did for them because there's no more deserving person than him to actually get a team in the SFL now.
Love it, man. Love it. Philly. Philly has Oklahoma City starting things off. Then Detroit, Mexico City, Houston, Carolina, Lexington, bye week. Pittsburgh, Albuquerque, DC, Minnesota, Chicago, and Miami. So, is there a team that you're looking forward to torching this season, and is there one that that you guys probably going to have to prepare well, very, very well against?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I think we can all agree that my number one is going to be Detroit.
Yes.
I am ready for them to come to my house, and I mean it'll be a tough win. I mean, you're looking at a championship team. I mean, there's literally hardly anybody on their roster that wasn't there last year. I mean, other than me, really. Mm-hmm. So, and of course, CJ Parrish, but I mean, they have Alex West now. I mean, he's a stud. So, I mean, the first 4 games, we have like the gauntlet, really. Because I mean, you're looking at 4 playoff caliber teams. I mean, Oklahoma City is I feel like they're going to be really, really, really solid this year. Mexico City has never had a year where they haven't been. Houston, another really, really solid team. Lexington, they have they got like 58 people on their roster, so you don't even know what they're going to pull out of the bag. Pittsburgh's a tough team. I'm excited to play Albuquerque because I got beef with them. Okay, if it wasn't for Albuquerque and the Miners, I might have gotten a championship. But for some reason, when I played for the Miners, we could not beat Albuquerque for nothing ever, and it frustrated me so bad. And then, Miami made some moves in the offseason. And honestly, our whole entire schedule is full of pretty dominant teams or teams that can be extremely dominant, especially the first 4. I'm really and truly, I'm excited to play all of them. I'm used to seeing Minnesota, because that was Detroit's rivalry, so we played them all the time. So hopefully that week I can help too. I played them the most. But probably the top 2, number 1 Detroit, obviously, and then probably for me number 2 would be Albuquerque because of the Miners beef. And I never played. We might have played Albuquerque one time when I was in the pros, but that was it.
Oh, that's gonna be a good game. I gotta watch that one. I gotta make sure I circle that one.
And I didn't even know about the history between Peace and Mr. Williams here, so I'm excited. I'm about to dice up some atoms. Okay.
Ooh. Oh, he's splitting atoms.
Hey, look, be careful, man. Last person that said that threw 4 interceptions. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But we won, though.
We'll see.
Yeah,
this season we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, you being on the old line, first of all, I didn't think you were ever gonna give up your defensive player, man. Like you were definitely a beast. I mean, not against me, but you was always a beast. Like I love seeing you out there, against everybody else. So was it really a need for you to go to the O-line, or are you just simply trying your luck somewhere else?
Oh no, there was definitely a need there. I mean, you can hear it around the league. People are looking for O-line people. There's a shortage there, trying to fix that problem. That was the area that we were weakest in last season. So I decided to make that change to improve our offense as a whole. We weren't bad as an offense. It's just that we weren't as productive as we could have been to push, get us over that hump. Our defense has always been solid. I'm not really too worried about the defense. It's always our offense that needs just an extra little push, and just hopefully this momentum will help us out going into season 27.
Gotcha. 2 last questions, final questions for you both. One for both of you. What's one football opinion that you have that most people in the SFL would disagree with?
I hope Joshua was listening to that because I wasn't.
Nope, got it.
You said one football opinion that SFL wouldn't agree with?
Yeah, what is one football opinion you have that most people in the SFL would not agree with?
That defensive line is not as needed as more as offensive linemen.
Oh, okay. That's a good one. Ethan, what do you say?
Man, I don't know. I don't know. Probably the targets, the target number. I feel like it's a little bit much,
Well, they changed it from. Well, I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you that yet.
Yeah, no, they really they announced it.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
they changed it.
I'm hoping it improves.
Yeah, I get that. I
It's
get
kind of
that.
a tough question.
Well,
I don't
I gotta,
know.
make you think. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, very true, very true. Um, I mean, you you got to be a member of TSAT to see it because everybody argues in there every day. So I mean, there's not one person in there that agree on one thing. I mean, you could tell them the sky is blue, and they will talk for 3 days and argue
Yeah.
about
And then the script will change to something else y'all
it.
wasn't
Yeah,
even talking about. So
yeah, oh
yeah,
yeah, hmm
I get it. I've seen it.
yeah. And the main host of that would start with JW, and then maybe Robert Henson, and then Goose. Yeah, you got a certain like 5 guys that they'll argue over anything.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes this makes people's day. Like this
Hmm
is like you were saying earlier. Some people this is
Life or death.
life or death. So those were pretty much all the questions that I had for you guys. But I did want to leave you. Well, ask you one more. Was there anything that you wanted to announce? Was there anything that you wanted the league to know? Um, is there anything that's going on with you? That maybe we need to know, or you like for us to know before I bring Christian up. And we can start with you first, Josh, because I know I heard little one, so I know they want your attention.
Yeah, little one's running everywhere. No. First of all, congratulations getting your show broadcast on the radio. That's awesome. I know that's
Thank
been a dream come true. You've been working at this for how years? I don't even know anymore. I've
you.
lost track of time. How long you've been doing this?
2018.
Yeah, that's congratulations on that.
Thank you.
As far as what wanting the people know, uh, be on the lookout for the SFLM. Got some good things coming up. Got some things working on in the background, so keep eye on that. The SFLM bids are closed, obviously, as Ellie said, but be on the lookout to see what team gets picked. Who knows who it could be, but I think that's going to be interesting there. As far as the SFL and the Adams, be on the lookout, doing some new things. Might even see a commercial or two from whoever knows. Maybe our organization, maybe the SFLM. Who knows? I might have spoiled it, but we'll see. Depends on if things work out right and time's there. We'll see.
Can I have it? I mean, like after you broadcast it, whatever. Can I have it so I can show it on the show too?
Hey, if things get approved, sure.
Love it. Okay. One more thing. SFLM. So, how has it been for you working with Ellie and that crew over there, man?
Oh, it's been amazing. Ellie's like a working machine. She has us all working on our different parts, and we all come together, have our meetings like once every other month or whatever time it is. But yeah, Ellie's great. She just really has everything organized, and I love being organized and knowing what the dates and times are and stuff like that. And
Mm-hmm.
it just makes it easier and a better workflow for everybody because everybody knows what they're doing, especially JW. Keep everybody on track. We need to do this, come together. Let's have our meeting. What are we missing? That's how we're able to get the war show. Thank you again for hosting that.
Hey, it's in time, man.
Yeah, you and DJ, I believe.
Yeah, and Ellie.
And Ellie, yeah. So thank you for that. So yeah, shout out Ellie.
Hey, man, I did my part. I try to do my part to help y'all, to help out everybody. Because even though we're not on the same team, we're on the same team.
Right.
So at the end of the day, but and shout out to you, man. You have been a part of the league for a very long time, and you have been instrumental in a lot of things. And I don't think that you get enough praise. I don't think that. I mean, you have an award named after you now, so that's always a good thing. But like, I just don't think that you get enough praise and enough recognition for the things that you have done. Are you a Hall of Famer?
No.
Travesty. Okay.
Yeah, but
Hold on.
I don't look. I'm not the one to go for the accolades or anything like that. I like my teammates, players, coaches get the recognition off of. Long as they get that, I'm happy with that. I get fulfillment off of that because I like to see other people win. Like that's why I told you previously on the last show we talked about. Outside of this, I'm the behind the curtains type of person. Long as everything is going good for everybody else, I know that I benefit off that in the long run, and I'm happy with that.
Love it, man. Well,
But my time will
I
come.
told you. I appreciate you, brother. For real.
I have a question for Albuquerque.
Oh.
Whatever happened to Roquan Dot?
That's a good question.
I mean, the dude just fell off the face of the earth.
Okay,
and was really good.
We can talk about it. We're here we're on the show. So there was a point in time where at one point something or rather another, and oh wait, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me? Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay,
we're
cool.
Good. Yeah.
And it came a point to where it came draft time, and something happened to where they didn't have. I think it was like they already had enough quarterbacks or something like that, whatever the case was. And so, I mean, you can't. I don't think he could have got picked up by anybody. So he just kind of got left out in limbo. If my mind serves me correctly, and I think when he was going to get picked up by another team, he would have been a second QB2. And obviously he didn't want to be a QB2.
Yeah.
And after the next season, I think he just kind of fell in this void to where there was no, like a dev team at the time. There was like nothing in between. So it's either you go pro, free agent, or nothing. So he was just kind of like stuck, and no teams really needed a quarterback. And there was no response, and he just kind of like disappeared from the server. So he's like, I can't go to the league, so I'm gone, basically.
I was like, he was in the
and it's kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. And I know things have got a lot better where they figured out that structure. But it's harder as a QB to get into the league where teams already have full QB rosters, pretty much, unless you're just willing to be that QB number 2 until something happens.
I think CJ Haygood is learning that reality right now.
I was just gonna say that. I think CJ probably would have gotten picked up in the draft if he didn't make it a point to say that he wasn't going to play behind anybody.
Right.
I mean, there'd be coaches that could implement you into their play scheme so that both of you guys can touch the ball, I believe, or maybe one of y'all can start this week, one of y'all can start the next week, if you have somebody that's willing to share that spotlight with you. But if you just come up in here talking about, no, I don't want to sit behind nobody. Then
can't be like that. One, it doesn't work like that. Two, nobody wants a person like that in their locker room. And three, like, I mean, that's part of it, dude. Like, I mean, this offseason, I was offered a QB2 spot. I just played in a championship. I mean, it happens, Your quarterback spots are limited, You only need one quarterback. Yeah. Every other, all these other positions, you need multiple receivers. You need multiple D-backs. You need,
But everybody wants to wear that crown, man. That's...
Yeah.
Ethan, final words for you, brother. You got something that you want to get off your chest? You got anything that final words for everybody before I let y'all go?
I mean, not really. I'll be on the lookout for Philly this season. I definitely would not be, they're a new team and they blah, blah, blah. I would not do that.
Don't write them off, huh?
No, don't write us off. I do not think we're going to have a disappointing season at all. The roster's too good and the coaches are good. So I don't think that's going to happen. Plus, we have we have people in the locker room willing to help and scout and do all this other stuff. So, And that's honestly, it doesn't really matter what the roster looks like. As long as you have people in the locker room that'll help and all this other stuff, you can win any game you want. I mean, look at Detroit. Like, I mean, obviously, yeah, Detroit has a really good roster, but look at Detroit's staff and people that will help. And I mean, there's scouts and people that'll run sims and coaches and all this and that. Like, that I think that's what it really boils down to is the people behind the scenes putting it all together, really.
Yes, sir. Well, I'm excited to see what we all do. You know, hold on, let me check something real quick before I let y'all go. Oh, too bad, Philly. You're not gonna suffer an ass whooping from us. All right, you know.
My God. Yeah, well, you said that last time, and look how it worked out.
Well, you know what I'm saying. Things happen.
Well, you know.
But we got some pieces that's gonna alleviate all of that. So.
Detroit was belt to ass.
Yeah.
On
you want a whole different team now.
Season.
But you want a whole different team now.
Yeah. But I'm up to bigger and better things. Okay. Yeah. The Detroit days. Wash, clean, and throw out.
All right. You better protect
roll down
yourself.
The window and just out the door.
You better protect yourself out there. Should I know I have to?
Yeah. I think that just comes with being a quarterback in this league.
Yeah, because you got people like Josh that have put up some defensive game plans that are just try to, you know, to spear you out the game and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can't wait until we the week going leading up to Albuquerque and be like, yo, listen, I know we've been doing this all season, but let's throw Albuquerque a curveball. Completely different.
I feel that, man. I feel that. Thank y'all so much for joining me this evening. I'm gonna go ahead and bring Christian up. But this was fun. Whenever y'all want to come back, you know, I think I'm going to be doing some guest hosts this season, like when the season starts. So if you have the time, I don't mind babies either, you know, just so you know. If you have the time, you know, come on through. We can host a show together, talk about some of the ups and downs of the season and have some fun, all right?
That'll work.
Cool. All right, brothers. I'll see y'all later.
All right.
All right, give me a second to get Christian up here, guys. I'll be right back. We are back. Christian, what's going on, man? Good to see you.
If I do this, will that fix the screen or? Guess not. Well, hold on a second. I'm going to do something real quick. See if that works.
Yeah. See if you can go land. There it is. Oh,
there we go.
Well, now I gotta. Shoot. Probably should have you as my executive producer or something. You know, Corey Menner said he was going to do it, but I know he's been busy lately. So, you know. Ethan.
Okay.
Because you and I go through this every season, and you know, you and I are friends, but you just have one of those last names that escape me at times. Now we're gonna say it's Christian Bacigaluppi. Bacigaluppi.
Yeah.
See, I bet you I can make a full video of just me and you going back and forth, and you trying to teach me every time. He said, I need to, they don't trust me. They said they want to hear you say it. Okay.
Yeah, Bacigaluppi.
Okay. We good now, Ethan? Let's see. Anyway, good to see you, man. Always got a few things to talk about since your last visit. Go ahead and get your questions up. But first of all, how you been?
Been all right. Busy.
Mhm.
I should have stretched that answer out while you were drinking.
Appreciate it. Got a little dry.
I feel you. I should have got a drink for myself. Oh well.
You had like 45 minutes. Okay, it's all right.
I can run back into the B Dubs and get something, but
I mean, you could. You want me to play a commercial break while you go do that?
no, we good. They're slow there.
Gotcha. So everything's been good with you. So let's talk about SFL first before we get into the radio station.
Okay.
Good stuff there. So wide receiver for Oklahoma City. You have been with this team through thick and thin. And I want to know, my first question to you is, why do you continue to stay with them?
Wait, which is which? Is thick or thin the good? Because I think we've only been through one of those.
Oh. Go ahead, get about a couple of them, sweetheart. Whichever you want to
mention. Through the downs because there hasn't been much of an up yet.
I mean, what was it?
We're slowly at 1 win to 2 wins to 3 wins. Hopefully, we have a way bigger jump in wins this year, which I think we should, considering what we've added. So,
right.
We'll see. We're still in the super stacked West, even though we're like more South Central. Maybe we should be playing the Texas teams. Whatever. I'm not gonna get into that. But
he's still trying to make sure he said it right.
No, Bacigaluppi. Try like BOTCH, botch, UH, GUH, and then loopy. Bacigaluppi. Yeah. If I was at my computer, I'd spell it phonetically for you.
It's all good, man.
When I get home, I'll get in the comments and spell it phonetically.
Appreciate it.
Y'all can come back later and look.
Exactly. Hold on 1 second.
Kids. It's like we're watching a silent movie.
You know how children are.
Yeah.
Doing something and then they want your attention, So, but anyway, so let's all right, let's start here. So OKC has been, through their shares of ups and downs, and like you said, they progressively winning a few more games, every time. So what do you think ultimately will have to happen in order for y'all to actually get over the hump and actually make the playoffs this season?
Well, if you look at our season last year, there was a lot of games where it was close, and then either a few things happen, either, we'll say, at the end of a half, we go into prevent and we allow a score before half. That happened in a bunch of games. Then in a good number of games, we come out in the second half, do a turnover that leads to a score. So that's another big hit. And then if we're close at the end, we're that team that doesn't hold the line and they get in, or we can't get over the hump to score at, last to win a game. So there's been a lot of really close games, and it's just that one thing, maybe two, because there's been games where we allow that score at the end of half, and then we come out and throw a pick six. So that's like a 14-point swing in a matter of, 4 game time minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So we just need to clean those two things up, I think. One of the things that drives me crazy about this league is I don't know how playbooks and whatnot, game plans are put together. So the coach in me doesn't know what the options are.
Mm-hmm.
So is there a run pass percentage you choose? I don't know.
You don't know the inner workings of the game.
Yeah, so I can't analyze change, I guess. Like I can ask something or point stuff out, but that's about it.
Okay. I mean, well, the first step you do is download the game because that's what I did. I always wanted to have a better understanding because I've done everything there is to do in the SFL: broadcast, stats, podcasts, owner. The only thing I haven't done was coach, right? Eddie ain't gonna let me coach. However, that don't stop me from learning. So
Right.
I downloaded the game and putting books together and looking at how plays interact with each other and things of that nature. Practice is the only way that you're really going to understand. Practice it and just looking at how things throw some stuff together and see how it works. And like, oh, okay. That's the only way you're really going to grasp what they do.
Right.
And how
But
finicky it is.
Yeah, I'm not even sure how you put a book together. Do you make your own book or you just choose a book and then
Well, you choose a base book. There's a base book.
Okay.
And then you can add more plays within that book. So you adding it will be called hexing. So you can use those plays that are just in that book, right? And then that's just a straight book. So if you get in trouble, that's what you're going to be using, just that straight book.
Right.
But if you are hexing your book, you're adding plays. Let's say I'm using, I don't know, a Falcons book, and I'm using plays from the Bears. Whatever you can use that will not change your formation count, you can add to that book. So each book has a set of formations that are there. And if you're adding plays and then you see that formation change, you've messed up. So you have to delete that.
Okay.
Unfortunately, if you save that book as is and what they play that's in there, you're going to have to start all over again. That's the sucky part about it. You mess up one time, bro. So you got to literally save multiple. It's best if you save your core
Pretty much
book.
after every play you put in.
Yeah. Just be
Makes
careful,
sense.
man. Yeah, but
Yeah.
other than that, when you practice it, man, just like anything, you get better at it. But you've been around the league long enough to, if you want to have that experience, I'm sure people like Chad will be able to, work with you. Speaking of which, how has things been back since Chad joined the league back again? I saw as soon as it seems like joined the team, there was kind of like an instant change in the plays and how the team was playing. So
I mean, definitely. I mean, just him as a player there, like, boosts the team. But I mean, considering our lack of players, every added player helps a lot. But yeah, he definitely adds more activity to the locker room, I guess. We don't have the loudest, most talkative locker room, or we didn't at least until we got this new crop of people in. Chad obviously included. But then when we had this off season of adding people, that is definitely exploded compared to what the locker room was before. Which, like, I'm not saying that a quiet locker room is bad, or a talkative locker room is bad, but it's definitely a difference.
It is, and that's up to the person, Yeah. I mean, people are busy. First of all, this league is composed of mostly adults, and mostly adults are out here working, got families, got responsibilities, got things of that nature. So you're only going to see so many people in it.
Right.
Like, I would imagine like locker rooms like Carolina. I bet you were in Carolina, weren't you?
Yep, that was pretty active.
That was nonstop, I'm sure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
nonstop and mature audience only.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
But I feel like, well, let me ask you. So which
do I prefer, or?
Yeah, which locker room experience do you prefer? Now, having been exposed to one that was really, really active versus one that's kind of like coasting.
I mean, there's pros and cons to both. An active one, like you said, you can miss a lot of stuff, and hopefully, no one's putting any important information that just gets, swept away by 50 other comments, and like you don't know what anyone's talking about. And then like later they're like, "Why didn't you do this?" It's like, I don't know what you're talking about. But not that that really ever happened much in Carolina or that I know of in Oklahoma City.
Mm-hmm.
But in like other sim leagues, I've had that happen. Someone posts something important, and then a bazillion people comment, and I'm like, "Where's the important post?" And then in like a non-active room, sometimes you want to get in there and like talk about the game or, interact. And there's not much interaction. So it's like, okay, that was pointless.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, a lot of that, it does. It depends on the people. It depends on a whole lot of things because we're a big melting pot of people. So everybody's different and just got to go with the flow, man. So you deciding to stay in OKC, what is it about this organization that you feel will eventually bring the best version of your player?
Well, for starters, once we get a championship, I can say I was here from the start.
Yeah.
So I think that's a big thing. It's, as for me, like, it's kind of like, you ever have an idea and you can't quite get it out? That's what's going on right now. I don't necessarily have to be like, it's got to bring the best out in me. But as long as I am actively involved in what brings out the best in the team, it's like, am I on the field when this happened? Because I've been part of like teams in real life and sim leagues where you don't get a lot of action. You win a championship, and I don't feel like I really did anything.
Yeah.
So like, I'm not really excited like you would be if you win a championship. But I'm starter. Apparently, last I heard, I was not QB1, wide receiver 1, which was crazy because.
You should be, as long as you've been there and as loyal as you have been.
No, I mean, to a degree. I mean, if you have, like, it's no secret. He mentioned it earlier. Mike St. Green said he almost came here. And then he chose Philly for some reason. Some poor reason, probably. So if he's above me, and like last year when we brought Nolan in, I was like, you can have the number 1 spot. I'm cool with the number 2 spot. And we started talking about number 3 spot. I'm not trying to play am I on the field game during the game, because I'm not paying whatever I pay a month to be like, is that me? Is that me? Am I on the field? Is that me? No. Because like I already did that my first few years with Minnesota, Seattle, and Carolina. But props to Seattle and Carolina for throwing me in a tight end when, like, a tight end 2, so I get more playing time. But yeah, I don't like playing am I on the field.
Yes, I understand. So wide receiver is one of the most competitive positions in football, and we just talked about your positioning. You're number 1, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So what part of your player's gameplay, playing ability, do you feel gives you the advantage to actually being number 1? Like, why do you think 1?
Well, my receiver skills are probably pretty pretty average for every other player. So there's probably every player does something better than me at something, if not multiple things. But also I have tight end ability of run blocking. I don't know why I would need pass blocking, but I have a little bit of that. I'm a pretty strong wide receiver. When I get the ball, my break tackle is maxed out for a wide receiver, so I'm not the easiest receiver to bring down. I've had a few plays last year where, I turned a lot from nothing. And I don't know if you're going to do it now that I'm QB, or why do I keep seeing QB1? It's because Cody Rhodes keeps calling himself QB1. Now that I'm wide receiver 1, I don't think I'm going to be used as much as a utility player like I was, like, say, last year or other teams where it's like, throw him in a tight end, throw him in on jet sweep, throw him in at a fullback, throw him in at running back for a play. But my build is useful for that if you want to do that. I don't know what formations we're running, but you could throw me in as a second tight end, have our other 2 wide receivers at wide receiver. There's a lot of things you can do because of my build.
Yeah, you're versatile.
It gives teams, it gives our team the ability to play around with formations, I guess. So
okay, so you're not gonna get snatched up from nobody. You ain't gonna.
You say what?
You're not gonna get snatched up from nobody. You said I heard you say, you're a versatile player for teams, but then you was like, oh no, for my team. So I didn't know.
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking about like previous teams, because like Carolina and Seattle, who both put me all over the place, and even Oklahoma put me all over the place.
I mean, but that's smart though. I think that's smart and definitely on your part, because you can be utilized within different realms, right? And people don't know what to prepare for. So,
right,
it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Let's take a look at your schedule before we go into the
alrighty
radio.
I don't know if there's a way to increase. Oh, okay, never mind. I just figured it out. All right, we got Philly. Got to show Mike Think Green that he shouldn't have chose Philly.
Uh-oh.
I mean, that's pretty much the week 1 story. He even kind of said that
he did
himself. But I'll let you go through the list. I kind of took over there.
You're fine. You're totally fine.
Right.
You got Philadelphia, you got Miami, Chicago, Arizona, Vancouver. Then you're going on a little break. Then you got Washington, Carolina, Mexico City, Albuquerque, Lexington, Los Angeles, and Anchorage. So what teams are you most excited to play, and which teams do you think you guys are going to have to lock down and be, really, really honed in on?
Well, obviously, Vancouver, pretty much our whole conference, our division, are probably teams that all have a good chance to make the playoffs. So they're all teams we got to lock in. Plus, you should be doing that against your conference. I mean, divisional rivals anyway. But there's definitely, it's really like we said in the locker room, anything worse than 6-6 would be a disappointment. Because there's definitely 6 teams on here, I won't name names, that we feel we should beat.
Why you don't want to name names? Because I will come back and ask you, hey, so what happened?
I'm trying to remember what all the teams were like. Okay, that one.
Well, obviously the teams that you played for previously. So Carolina got to be thrown in there.
Yeah, Chicago is the old Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
We just don't have no Minnesota on here, unfortunately. 2 or 3 ain't bad. Yeah, those 2 will definitely be games I'm hyped up on. Plus Chicago, like even if they weren't the old Seattle, I'm still a little bitter that we ended up playing them 2 weeks in a row 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Because we were supposed to play them in the middle of the season when we were still playing pretty well. I think they were I forget how they were doing midseason. I think they were kind of like 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
But instead there was like a unscheduled bye, and then that game got pushed back to the end of the season. So then by the time we face Chicago, we're out of it. A bunch of people leave the team. Our team's decimated roster wise. And then we got to go play Chicago twice, who's running on all cylinders. And then, they bash our brains in 2 weeks in a row and I think that's what got them into the playoffs. Probably. So not only should we be annoyed by that, whoever missed out on the playoffs because of that should be mad about that. But I know that was just one of those things where stuff happens and the league couldn't really do anything about. It was just very fortunate for Chicago, very unfortunate for us.
All right.
That was an embarrassing 2 weeks.
So you got a lot of y'all got a lot of anger and revenge in y'all hearts. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
You got Ethan talking about he can't wait to go to Albuquerque. Albuquerque said he can't wait to tackle Philly. And now you, what's wrong with y'all?
A chip on our shoulder. We can't get revenge in real life on stuff, so we got to take it out on sim sports.
You might as well, right? Safer that way, huh?
Yeah, less jail.
Okay, too cute to go to jail, honey. I'm telling you. So all right, so let's switch up to radio. So as I alluded to at the beginning of the show, I now have a radio spot for this show, F4A radio, but I've also been offered opportunity to do one of my dreams, and that is to have my own radio station where I can play my music, favorite songs, and be a radio DJ. So I'm really excited about it, man. So thank you for the opportunity, first of all.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was talking to Poe from Poe Politic and Chris Porter, Dime Hardaway. We were talking earlier about how you have such a good voice for this kind of thing, and it's really something you deserve. I mean, really, like it's in your. If that's not in your wheelhouse, I don't know what is.
Man, I mean, I used to listen to when I was younger. We used to have a station in Georgia called V103, and I love to listen to it, during the day before they start playing every damn commercial. But at night they had Quiet Storms with Joyce Littell. I was like, oh my God, I wanted to be her. Like I wanted to have that.
That was a syndicated show, right?
Yes.
Kind of all over the country. Yeah. Okay, I'm not imagining things.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll do that once in a while too.
So tell us about the radio station. Tell us about how it all got started, some of the artists that you feature. Let's go into that a little bit.
Okay, where do I start? Okay, so like even as a kid, like I kind of like the whole radio thing. Hold on, let me move so I can read.
Neil.
Yeah, so like even as a kid, play radio DJ, like usually making like a mixtape and like pretend you're a radio. Yeah, you did it too, huh?
Yep.
So I did that some as a kid. And you grow up, you stop doing that. I think the last time I did that was like 9th grade. And then maybe still make mixtapes because you're still kind of DJing when you do mixtapes because you're choosing your playlist. So then when I start going to concerts, really music festivals, Warped Tour, Creation Fest, probably some other stuff I can't think of. You get a real diverse group of music. I mean, even like a Warped Tour where it's mostly like that late 90s, early 2000s, or late 2000s even, emo, alternative rock. They're still like, oh, there's a rapper. Oh, there's a soul singer. There's a little bit of everything mixed in there. And like the Creation Fest where it's, you get all kinds of different kind of Christian artists there, rock, contemporary, gospel. Like pick a stage. What do you like? So like I've always kind of been very into different kinds of music. Just maybe more some than others, but so with that said, that's kind of the thing, like the Warped Tour especially, because you'll get like a $2 like buy a little $2 mixed CD of like a bunch of different artists you've never heard of. Put in the CD while you're driving home. I was like, oh, that's a banger. Yeah, that one's okay. Another banger. And then you're introduced to all these new artists you never have known about. And then if you look at the music industry, like most of the big artists are kind of shoved on us.
Yes.
I was like, yeah, it's like
Yes.
a small group of rich guys who own music labels. Like they're going to be big. They're going to be big. They might try to squeeze some other people in there. It just don't work. But, you know, most of the people we know via the radio, they're not organically popular. They're kind of just, and a lot of people, that's how they know music. Like if you try to put something in front of them, even from an artist they like, if they didn't hear it from the radio, they're like, I don't know this song. I don't like it. I'm like, it's like almost just the same as this other song. How don't you like it? But so with FRA radio, which stands for Free for All, you know, it's always been about any kind of genre, any style. I don't want to say any skill level, but if you look at our, we have a
Catalog, like playlist.
Yeah, you can see like, yeah, there's definitely some better than others in their skill, but they still have something. And so with that, and so when we get the catalog, that's all people who, like, for the most part, I've presented them what we do, which is just, oh, you have a song? I'm going to put it on all our social media. If I do any live streams, I'm going to play it on the live streams. I'm going to try to get it out to as many people as possible so they can get an ear on it. So some people will overhear us. Some people I present it to, and that's how we've built our library, our catalog. We have a playlist on the YouTube channel. Actually, we have like a playlist on almost everything. That we have a format that has all our artists. So like if you go to YouTube, give the FRA Radio YouTube channel, find the playlist that's called Been Promoted. That's like 100 some songs that we've promoted in one way or the other over the last 12 years.
Okay.
And yeah, so and most recently in the last few years, we've really kind of stepped it up to where, you know, we're getting a lot of people, like a lot more people interested. I'm like, we got 2 African artists. Poe from Poe Politicking has passed along a Stephen Darnell, Slum Village, to our catalog. I went out and talked to MC Chris. He's in our catalog. I missed his show like two days ago. I could have saw him live, but life been life and couldn't go see him. But yeah, so I kind of lost my train of thought with that.
No, we were just talking about. Yeah. Oh, you got it.
Yeah, so we've kind of grown and kind of picked up a lot of momentum in the last few years. So to the radio station, we had our first one. We used a service, but the problem with that service kind of was it didn't have music licensing along with the service, which was fine because we were playing artists that we didn't need music licensing for. But then something occurred to me. Sometimes an artist will buy a sample or a backtrack, and what they don't realize is though they're told, yeah, you're the only one who has that, it's yours. And then they make a song with it, put it out, and then they get a copyright strike or whatever notice. And it turns out that same guy sold that beat or that backtrack to someone else, and they've already put out a song, which puts us in the bad situation of now we're playing a copyright. So we pulled the station, and then for like a year, we looked for an alternative. And then Poe again from Poe Politicking was like, try this service. I'm like, oh, crap. They have music licensing for the UK, Canada, Mexico, and the US, though they just dropped the UK, which kind of pisses me off. But UK small. Yeah, July 1st, that dropped off. So
Damn.
hopefully they don't drop off Canada and Mexico too. But so
That's what
we're
we asked.
legally allowed to advertise towards Canada, Mexico, and US. If somebody happens to find a way to listen to us outside of that location, that's not on us as long as we didn't advertise that.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we're trying to refill up the library on the radio station, but with the music licensing, we need certain things to go along with the song. So we got to have the right album art, we got to have the right album title, right song title, right artist title, and the right year it came out, so that the music licensing knows who to give credit for getting plays, so they can get their money.
Right.
So that's slowed up the process of filling out our library. I think we only have like 3 hours worth of music up right now, but we definitely have like 8 hours of music we want to get up, and then try to add more artists. And because of that, we don't just have our F4A radio artists, as I like to call them. There's like Linkin Park is in there, has a song in our library right now. U2, Ollie 60, if you've ever heard of him. So until we get it filled out, it's going to be very all over the place between mainstream and non-mainstream music. But not only are we trying to give artists years they may not have gotten, give people their shows so they can get heard. Maybe they can move on to something even bigger. Maybe we'll hear Ashley Jackson on XM radio or something. Take over for Quiet Storm.
You never know, man. You never know.
I think she's still doing it, isn't she? Isn't she still doing her show?
To be honest with you, I really don't know. To be honest with you, when I'm in the car, my job is so close to my house, I rarely listen. Like I put on the radio, maybe one song play, and I'm at work. Like 3 minutes.
Right.
So I actually haven't listened, especially to V103, since I moved out here. I don't even know if I can pick it up, but I'll ask my sister. She's still in Georgia, because that was one of the. I like radio artists that plays mostly music, because that's what I'm listening to the radio for, music.
Yeah.
But they have their own style. They have their own flair. You know, they can bring whatever energy that you're looking for. So with me, I'm more of the mellow kind of, hey, you want to end your night, you can end it listening to me kind of person. Where, you know, I could turn it on to be that AM, you know, extra energy type person, but that's not who I am normally. I'm just more chill and laid back. So I'm grateful for the opportunity to be able to at least try it and experience it and see if I actually like it, and be able to feature some of the F4A radio artists too. So I can get the league used to the music, and, you know, get the world list, you know, in as well. Hey, what's up, Mark? Good to see you. Doing good, man. Mr. Lopez is in the building.
All right.
But yeah, so this is an exciting opportunity, and I know that once, you know, you get all the licensing and all of the music slowly back uploaded, things of that nature, everything will flow, you know, the way it should. But you have a Discord, you know.
Yeah.
You can definitely put, if you give me the links after the show, like in my description, I can add those links to the description. So when people are looking at the VOD, you know, they can just go back and simply access everything from there for what you do have, you know.
Right. I'll do that.
Yeah. It's going to be dope. I'm really looking forward to it. Was there anything else that you wanted to say about that before we moved on to the last few questions?
Yeah, so we don't just have the radio station, like I said, we still do the promotion stuff. So like, if you have a band, or if you're a singer, or you're an artist, you have a song you want heard, we've been getting the most reach out through Instagram. So, but I mean, if you know how to spell F4A Radio, it's pretty much on every social media. That's the @ And if that social media has DMs, you can contact us through that. And they'll be like, I got this song. And then I'll ask you a few questions about it, how you want the promotion to go, and then we'll put it out all over the place and on the radio station if that's what you want.
Hey, that's nice because we got a lot of talented artists that are actually within the league. Some people continuously make music. Some people may have stopped because of family life, but if they know that they have somewhere that they can, at least share their music and it's safe, you know what I'm saying? I think that'll be a good look. So definitely put that in the community life channel or maybe like general chat, just let everybody that are musically inclined know. I mean, Siobhan Prasad plays classical piano like nobody's business. I don't even know if people really know that. You didn't know? Oh my God. He showed us a YouTube video and he was excellent. Like I had no idea he had that ability, And so we got a lot of people that are very talented. So I'd love to see you get out there and I'll even help promote stuff.
I've tried to do sponsorship on like through the SFL, like through a team or something, but either people are like, oh, we're not ready for sponsors, or they'll open a window and it's open and shut so fast it's like, oh, what? Oh, too late.
You must be talking to the wrong people. Don't worry, we got you. But yeah, so really looking forward to promoting that and to getting both shows, finishing up this one or continuing this one, I should say, and starting the new radio music show where I won't get in trouble for posting songs that I didn't sing. Bro, I don't sound nothing like Kendrick Lamar. I don't sound nothing like none of them. I ain't singing, but everybody got to get paid, so I feel you. What do you feel like? Hey, what's up? T the Queen is in the building. Good to see you.
What's up? The Queen.
The Queen is here. Are you going to the convention this year?
No, that's too rich for my blood, and I don't have the time either.
No, I understand.
And I don't have the lack of responsibility either.
I get that. I was thinking that would be a great idea. That great probably venue to kind of promote at the radio station too. But we'll talk about that.
Shoot, I didn't even go to the one in Baltimore. That's only an hour away.
Well, you could have drove up there.
Yeah, but I was just too busy.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Too busy. Okay. Yeah, well, you do have a lot.
No, I was hella busy, and I was mad too because like people waited on stuff they should have had me doing months before, and then because they waited, I was swamped with stuff and couldn't go. Yeah.
When you're waiting on other people, man, sometimes, boy, I tell you. But so what is one thing you're really looking forward to this season, SFL wise, and in your actual real life? This is going to be
hopefully wins. In SFL, more wins. Yeah. Really, with the schedule the way it is, and if we're as good as I think we could be, we could come out 3-0, maybe 4-0. Before we face Vancouver. No, don't look at the schedule. No. That's good. Let's move on. What else were you asking?
So the first, let me say Philly, Miami, loss in Philly, loss, Miami loses, Chicago loses. Arizona ain't losing. I'm just telling you that right now. Y'all gonna go into that bye week freshly upset. So yeah, you might be 0-3. I mean, you might be 3-0 until you get to week 4.
We'll see. Oh, 1 week at a time, though. Let's see what we do against Philly.
It's gonna be good, though.
Yeah. What was the other part of the question?
I just want to know who, like, basically real life. What are some goals that you have for your real life that you plan to attain this year?
Well, I can't wait to be done this landscaping work that's preventing me from committing full time, or at least full time ish commitment to F4A radio and other media biz I want to do. But that should be done by tomorrow, weather permitting. And
Wait,
then landscaping will, what?
do you own a landscaping business?
No, I used to work for a home remodeling / landscaping company. Well, it was like a 2-man operation. I was the second man. And then that was you want to talk about ups and downs. It was like, oh, we're about to break through. Oh no, we're down here. And then finally I was ready to quit it, and then he quit it, and I was like, good. And then his old clients were like, yo, you want to do this landscaping stuff for me? I was like, sure, I could use extra money. And then the neighbor's like, oh, look, it's Christian. Hey, you want to do this landscaping stuff for me? I was like, sure. And then we did a lot of jobs right in one neighborhood because there's a lot of word of mouth.
Yes.
And then when I come in, did a job, solo, like side hustle stuff, someone would see me and was like, oh, it's Christian. Hey, you want to do this for me? I was like, I guess. But the problem is, this is the second year of that. I keep running into unexpected stuff. So stuff gets stretched out way too long. And I was probably charging kind of generously low prices for these people.
Mm.
So after I get done this thing tomorrow, prices are going up, and it's all just side stuff, like side stuff. Like once or twice a week, that's it. Most attention's going to the radio station and other media related stuff.
Hey,
so
man.
I'm excited to make that transition.
I mean, first of all, that's pretty dope, and it's amazing how a business can just flourish just by word of mouth, hell, that's what the league is about. That's why the league is so popular, because people just talk about it. There's no advertisement. You're not interrupted. Like, hey, join the league. No, it's nothing like that. So you obviously do really great work, for people to remember you and to still call you and stuff like that. So that's a blessing. And to have a side gig right now, something that you can kind of rely on, is a definite must, man. So, hey, I applaud you, and I
mean, it's only a good side hustle if jobs are getting done in a timely manner.
That's true too.
Yeah. If you run into unexpected BS,
well, you're not dealing with 100-degree
temperatures. A big payday becomes a small payday. Sorry, what?
You're not dealing with like high temperatures, are you?
Sometimes. I mean, I'm not.
12 degrees outside when you out there cutting grass?
I was digging up grass in 90-some degree weather a couple weeks ago. Last week, I was doing some work in 100 degrees. You just got to stay hydrated and.
Damn that! You got humidity over there? You dealing with
on the East Coast?
Oh hell yeah! I forget. No.
Yeah.
100 degrees outside with humidity is different over here. It was just 100.
Oh yeah, I love Arizona. Give me Arizona 110 over East Coast 90.
Man, I'm telling you, it's so bad on the East Coast, and you don't know that until you leave.
Yeah, you're breathing water.
Like
you're like one step away from being Aquaman.
I'm telling you. Well, hey man, I wish you the best in everything that you do, all of your future endeavors. And again, I'm grateful for the opportunity that you gave me, and I will use that opportunity wisely. just got to make sure, I get with you as far as some hard dates that I could give you so you'll know. And then, we'll work it from there. So, anything else you want to say before I let you go, though?
Go check out F4A Radio. Either the radio station, which, just search it in Google, it'll come up, or the Live 365 app or Radio Line app. It's on those two apps. Or just, any of the social media. Whatever your favorite social media is.
You own it. I'll tag you all
Yeah,
the time.
probably. And if I'm not, let me know.
Dope. T says we've been hitting 100 degrees in the last few days. With
Where are you at, T?
T, if you still there, where are you at, baby?
You're not like my neighbor, and I just don't know it. Are you?
Hey, you have people, and it's amazing. Like when you talk and you on these shows, and you mention some things, and people like, "Hey, I know you," or "I live in the same town," or "I'm from that same town." Oh, she's from Oklahoma, honey. I thought so. I just didn't want to get it wrong.
Why aren't you playing for Oklahoma City? We could be reunited again.
How dare you try to steal my... Get away from me.
He was with me first twice.
No.
Tacoma, and then again in Seattle. The whole Washington State kind of thing, I guess. Then she went to Arizona.
Yeah, she's going to stay right where she is. She fine. Thanks.
100 degrees in Oklahoma is probably better than 90 and over here.
She said, I got one. She got one. It is what it is, bro. Hey.
All right.
Good try, though. Good try. But it's one more thing. How many actual players does OKC have? Because when I had Tiberius on last season, like right before the season started, he had purchased like 30 something. No, it wasn't that money. It was like
not that many. I think we had like 15
players,
like actual human players, and then he filled out the rest with the upgraded generics, as I like to call them, which helped a little bit.
Right. So how many more players did you guys add this season?
I think we have a full... What's full roster considered? 24?
I think it's 26.
20. Ooh. I think we have 24. I'd have to double check because I looked once and it was kind of low, and then I looked again and it was like in the 20s.
Okay.
But I'd have to look again.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's definitely improvement. She said she's 30 miles from north of OKC. Yeah, 30 miles in 30 years.
My uncle used to live in Oklahoma. I don't remember. He lived near, I think, the Sooners. Not the Sooners, the other Oklahoma State, I think. I think he lived near whichever city. The Cowboys? Oklahoma State Cowboys? Is that what they are?
Oh, I don't know. Don't ask me anything. Not college. Mm-mm. Pros? Okay, we're not.
Yeah.
But yeah, as long as you guys have improved that, because coming out of pocket to have to cover,
I heard he spent a pretty penny.
Man, I mean, you got to be totally dedicated to your team, to the craft, to the league, to physically purchase all these players. And then if you didn't get anybody, you have to re-up on all these players. You know what I'm saying? So he told me, he was like, Ashley, I'm only doing this one season. We gonna have I said, I know that's right, because that's a lot of damn money.
It is. I think I was on that episode with him.
You probably were.
Yeah.
But he definitely told me. So I'm glad y'all saved him some money.
Yeah. I got to give Chad and Goose credit for that.
Yeah. They put their GM hats on. Well, I knew Chad was going to do it. That's what, that's one of the things that he does best is he gets people. So But dope conversation, man. I really appreciate it. Whenever you feel, you want to come back on, chop it up. I would love to have you throughout the season. When you go 3-0.
Yeah.
You know?
We can talk about the game after it. Oh.
No, yeah. Because it's gonna be your first loss. So I guess we have to talk about that because after all, you guys have done so well. I'm curious what those guys are gonna say when they see this though. You just not even
let's see what happens in the first 3 weeks before we start talking about 3-0 Oklahoma City versus whatever your record is, Arizona.
Which you the one that started this conversation. I'm just saying that I'm gonna have that clipped, so we can refer back to it. So when you're right, then I'd be like, "Hey, bro, you did your thing. You knew exactly what you was talking about." But if you're wrong, I'm gonna ask you what happened.
I'll just blame the coaches. Man, it wasn't my fault. I played really good. It was the coaches.
They don't know what they're doing.
Well, no, yeah. I'm just kidding, guys. Relax.
Yes,
I believe
because Lord knows they'll clip that part, and then that'll be a whole show segment. So
yeah.
But thanks.
Speaking of shows, I'm hosting the Oklahoma City podcast, which will probably just be like a 10-minute thing every Wednesday, FYI. Okay. And that should start this Wednesday, I think.
Fantastic. So what are you going to be doing, like team-related stuff only? Are you going to be talking about the league?
I mean, when the season starts, it's going to be very what happened, some kind of filler, and then talk about the next thing coming. And then, but like the 2 weeks leading up to, we'll talk about the schedule. We'll do another one, hopefully, if we can get people to interact, to say why they came to OKC or why they stayed in OKC. And like I said, do a schedule show and then figure out something for bye weeks. Maybe bye weeks will just be my vacation because bye weeks, because you got to do what happened the week before. They just might be, I don't know. I'll figure something out. I don't have a bye week till week 6.
No, wait. Week 5.
Because we play Vancouver after you. You're the 4th game. Vancouver be 5. Bye week 6.
We can always check it out right here. Let's see.
Oh, who's right?
Okay. He was right. Bet. Y'all, oh boy. Who does y'all piss off? Did y'all piss Cam off?
That's all the hard games are our division. Whoa. Except for you.
Oh. That's an automatic loss though. So you know how I go. You know what I'm saying? Damn, but I wonder who actually has the hardest schedule and who has what could be considered a lighter schedule.
We got the hardest divisional schedule.
Yeah, I saw that, man. Ooh.
Like you take away our divisional schedule, we're feeling pretty good about the season.
Mm-hmm. Well, you gotta get it done, man. You only got these guns for nothing. You better use them.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure what the off-season rules were with rookies, but hopefully free agent rookies count against people's cap this year. Because that was kind of unless I'm wrong, but I heard last year free agent rookies didn't count against the cap, whether you were drafted or you were recruited. I could be wrong, but that's just what I heard, which sounds...
Well, I know if you were drafted,
yeah, it makes a perfect sense to not count against the cap, but free agent to not count against the cap, I don't know if that's... I could have just misheard, but that's what I understand.
I think I missed that one. If that was the case, I think I must have been asleep for that one. But that'll save people a whole hell of a lot of money. But nah. Man.
So hopefully the teams in our division got worse. I know we got better just through the draft.
Yes.
And then we added other people too.
Yes.
So,
because you had a whole bunch of players that just couldn't progress, right? So there
Yeah.
was this, that one.
which makes
Yeah. All right.
whether they're generics or enhanced generics, your team's not getting better at the rate of other teams when they can't progress.
Yeah. Progressions are important. So, well, I'm anxious to see what everybody does this season, you know.
Yeah.
And we're gonna make season 27 a really good season. I think it's gonna be a really dope season for all. Let's see. I got one more comment. I'm gonna run across the screen before we go. Heading up on 2. Yeah, free agents cost money. Okay.
This year.
Yeah.
But last year, did rookie free agents cost money? I mean, I know they had value, but I don't think they counted against the cap, which pretty much makes them free players.
Oh, I'm gonna have to research that one. I don't want to be out here telling you wrong.
I could misunderstood the situation, but that's what I understood from what I heard.
Well, I'll tell you what, we can research it. We can research it and see what we come up with and stuff like that. But
yeah. Cam, are you in here? Let us know. No. He would have commented by now if he was in here.
Heck yeah, he would have come. He would have said Ellie. If Ellie was here, she would have said something. One of them. But it's all good though.
Was she in charge the year before? Or was this?
No, wait. No, this was her first season.
Yeah, she came in, I think after the last off season.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it was a lot of stuff that had to be corrected and stuff. So but yeah, we can definitely look into that. I want to say that they had to pay. They counted against the cap though.
All right. We'll figure that out and then we'll talk about it after week 3 before week 4.
Sure.
Sure.
Let me ask you something before my last song. You remember I told you I was going to play the one that I played last year. Would it mess you up last week? Would it mess you up if I just replayed the same song that I played to begin the show with?
No.
Okay, dope.
Mm-hmm.
Dope. See, when you're on the radio, you got to be able to work things out because you don't want people to get in trouble. So you got to let them know, hey, I'm playing this. I'm playing this. And I'm playing
as long as I know what the song is, I can do whatever's necessary to pass it through, as long as it's not an unlicensed cover or an unlicensed mashup. Yeah.
Okay. And if it is, do you just trade those songs out for something else?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Because I don't mind you doing that. Like if you have to change something.
But I don't think you're going to be playing something you're probably not playing anything that's not, licensed or. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Most of the stuff I have is licensed. It should be covered. But it's good to know that if you have to change things up, then that's a good option to have. So I'm great then. I'm good. I'm great. And can't wait to start on the radio station and doing work for that, man. So, but thank you for being here.
Get the show going.
Yeah, I'm thinking about maybe within the next couple of weeks, I should be able to get the radio thing going. I just want to make sure, like, I have a nice plan of action, before I implement anything. Yeah.
Not to negotiate the whole show on this show, but you can start off like just a half-hour show and then move it up to an hour and then.
Yep.
However long you want.
Yep. I think that's probably what it's going to be, just to get my feet wet. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we're going to do it, man. We're going to do it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching, everybody that came in and that chatted, that stuck it out with us almost 2 hours. Really appreciate y'all for being here. Looking forward to bringing you guys another great podcast next week, y'all. But until then, y'all stay safe, treat each other well. For Ethan, J. Will, for Christian, Striker, we are out. Please put your goodbyes in the chat. I would love to, and final messages in the chat. I would love to run them across the screen for you as I'm ending everything. And Christian, I don't know if you have access to the chat. If you want to start putting some of those links in the chat as the last song plays to give people time to kind of maybe if you want to.
I do. Let me see if I can put any links in there. Let me flip this around back to the other. There we go. All right. I'll put it in the chat.
All right, there. Everybody, see you soon.